Hello, this is the fifth video in the video series for FAQ for CFIN. And as I mentioned in previous videos, we have already released 4 videos which include frequently asked questions related to CFIN. And this is another video in the same series. And this series will enable you to learn, understand how CFIN can shape, how CFIN works, what are the ifs and buts, what are the limitations, what you need to plan, what you need to think when you are in the project. And after this, as I mentioned in the previous video, and I will repeat it this in the later part of this video, we will have topic. Each topic will have FAQ session in the coming videos, uh, and this series will continue. And feel free to add your comments in terms of questions in the YouTube comments so that I can pick those questions and talk about those in subsequent videos. Fifth session, fifth video, again part of this learning series. Since you guys, a lot of people are working from home, sitting at home, and have a lot of time for videos at least this time. No travel time from the offices, so good time to learn. So first question for today is, what is mass transfer ID in SLT? So when you do the SLT configuration, system gives you this is related, when we do the configuration in SLT, each time we'll add new configuration in SLT, it gives automatically a number range. If you see on the screen now, we have mass transfer 024581136. A lot of mass transfer IDs. So for example, in case you have one source, two source systems, you have to create two mass transfer IDs. You can create more than two. In per mass transfer ID, you can have by tables depending on how your design looks like. But for sure, each one system is equal to one mass transfer ID, because if you want to change something, if you want to stop replication, if you want to delete anything, then of course you can control the entire process through mass transfer ID itself. This is very important because this defines your replication scenarios as well. So if you see now here, if we have a mass transfer ID 2 which says id id to 1110 to S4 HANA 140, so it means like 1110 is source client, and S4 HANA 140 is a CFIN client. Again, another mass transfer ID to 120 to S4 HANA 100. So you see, from source there is a client, and for CFIN there is a client, and then in 004 we are replicating from the same system, but we change the client from 110, we change to 120, and we are replicating in the same system itself, but in a different client. And for each non-SAP system also you need to have a mass transfer ID. So even if on the source side, if you have two clients replicating to the same system or two clients replicating to two different clients, you need to have different mass transfer ID. We will go into details of mass transfer ID, how the configuration works, what are the things sitting behind this mass transfer ID as we move on to in the next session. Yeah. Okay. What are the predefined load objects? So this is again part of the SLT configuration. Standard SAP has given the predefined load objects. It is per table. So if you see on the first screen, these are standard. So we say REPL underscore CFIN sub project, and then we have COBK underscore L. So CFI underscore COBK underscore L means it is a load object. This object is for initial load, and then we have table COBK. And we put another table AUFK, and then we say AUFK underscore L means load. And then if I put underscore R, it means an object for replication. So this enables your initial load from the source system. These are predefined by SAP. You just need to add them into your configuration and just activate few technical components, which we will see in SLT configuration. But at a high level, it looks like this. So if you see at the bottom part, we have AUFK, CFIN ACC HD, COBK. We have initial load object, Z underscore AUFK L, ACC HD L, COBK L. And then we have on the right hand side, we have replication, AUFK R, CFIN ACC HD R, and COBK R. And all the objects are active. You can activate or inactive the objects from here itself. These are pretty standard, and you don't need to change anything, but of course you need to add them in your configuration set. How initial load handles cleared items. So this question came to me from one of the colleague through email. He was asking, okay, how can how initial load handles cleared item if the item is already cleared in source system. For example, my vendor invoice, it was created in ECC, it was paid in ECC, now it's cleared. So now, but still, of course, it has not been taken away from the system. So now how initial load will behave. So the answer is, I'll explain in summary. Let me give a quick round of reading these couple of lines. The initial load can transfer only the information whether an item, open item, or it is cleared or not. The corresponding clearing information is then set to ALE-Extern. I spoke in the previous video about ALE-Extern. It's an AUGBL field in a BSEC table. The clearing process itself is not supported by initial load up to S4HANA 1709 release. The initial load replicated even the open items as cleared item. And then second step, you clear those items using transaction fins MIG CJ3. So before till 1709, what was happening is anything which is cleared in your source system is coming as an open item in CFIN system, which is ideally a wrong situation, because if an invoice is paid, it should be closed now. But it was a product limitation, and then you have to close it. uh, in the second step, cleared item were reopened using mix cfin. So even the so it's like, even the open item was cleared, coming as a cleared item. So anything open in source coming as a cfin as a cleared. So now you have to open them again, but from 1809 this situation is changed. So now you can activate clearing even before starting the load, and in that scenario, open items are replicated as open and there is no secondary step needed, fins make cj3. So it's one step process now. You just activate clearing transfer, and then activate clearing before initial load, and anything which is open will come as open, and anything which is cleared does not come anymore. And this scenario changes with central payment, and we will talk about in detail when we talk about FAQs of central payment, what central payment is and how it behaves. Another question is, can we connect systems on cloud and on premise? For example, your source is on cloud, your CFIN is on premise, or other way around. CFIN, now you are buying a new system on cloud, but your old versions of ECC and other Oracle are on premise. Yes, you can connect them, but there are some limitations. The clearing transfer is always activated it's by default activated. Again, a functionality related to central payments. Drill back from source central finance to S4HANA cloud is not supported. So technically you can open the document in CFIN and you can drill back directly to see the source document, but when you are in cloud, it is not possible. And in case of the cloud, 1:1 scenario is supported, SLT mass transfer setup parameter. In SLT, there is a configuration where you can say one client can get replicate data from multiple client, which is allow multiple usage button is there. We will see this in SLT configuration. That flag is not enabled because it is on cloud and it says read only from the single client. So in premise situation, you can have two source sending to one CFIN, but in cloud situation, you cannot have those. A very simple question, does initial load support the transfer of COGS split information? COGS is cost of goods sold split, which is happening in your source system. No, the transfer of COGS split information is only supported in online replication. So in your initial load does not support this. So you might have to write an announcement or you have to work on your database data set. But yes, it is supported in online replication, not in initial load process. Okay, so those were the questions for today, and just to iterate and recap, I will be coming up with these topics in next subsequent videos. We will take each topic and we will have a questions on those topics specifically, like mapping, central payment, AIF, non-SAP system integration, SLT filters, RFC connections. And then I got a question from one of the colleagues saying what is the feature of CFIN and how it can fit with robotics process automation, RPA. So I will talk about that as well. But ensure that you stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon so that anytime I upload the video, you get the notification. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you, your colleagues, your peers, your friends can get the advantage of this videos which are coming in FAQ session. And ensure you listen full video, because if you listen partly, you miss the questions which are covered at the end. So for now, thank you so much. Have a great time ahead. Stay safe, and then I'll catch up with you in subsequent videos. Thank you.